sorry, Wilson. I'm sorry. I have to wait for the exact moment I sit down. He wants to pee, he wants to poop, he wants to eat, he wants to be held, he wants love, he wants pets, he wants everything in the entire world. I can't remember the last book that I read in... When did I do this? I did this in July, didn't I? I didn't do July, I did June. I don't remember. I remember when was my last wrap up. Hello, how are you? I hope you're doing okay. I hope everything is going cool for you. Summer is over. It's not technically over. I know that I'm a fucking dense, okay? Only a little bit. It's not technically over. It's not over until the 21st of September. But when your girls see September, I get a little tingly. I get a little happy whenever I see September rolling around. I got my fucking pumpkins out. You know, your girl loves Halloween. I love everything spooky, and I hate summer. It's not even about Halloween. It's not even about the season and the vibe and stuff like that. It's just that summer kind of makes me want to fillet myself alive. So I'm always happy when it's over. Hi though, how are you? I hope you're doing okay. Everything's going as cool for you and shit. And yeah, these are going to be a wrap up for the books that I've read in summer. I was going to do July, August, and September, but then I just felt like doing a wrap up because I miss doing wrap ups. I like them, and I didn't do them for the last 2 months, and that feels weird and off. The last wrap up I did was in June. I just checked, and the last book I think was Shattered Dawn, which was an arc. So I think I included it in the wrap up. So starting July, I started the month with NEDJMA by Cat to Be Seen. That was supposed to be part of 3 books, not the book itself, but I was supposed to do a challenge to read books by Algerian authors because it was Algerian Independence Day, because I did before Syrian authors, and I thought I would do Algerian authors, and then I don't know, I just thought I would do stuff like that, a series, but then I ended up getting real fucking sick because it was summer, and I'm sick all throughout summer. I'm just now getting better, but I'm still like, my nose is going to fall off. Like if summer was 1 month longer, I would sneeze and my nose would fall off. I fucking hate summer. I liked it. I liked the book. I would highly recommend it, and I think it's not as hyped as it should be. Then I read Paper Targets by Steve Asaroff. I liked this one so much. It gave me a Japanese literature kind of vibe to it, and I really, really enjoyed that. Plus, the author is the sweetest human being ever. He, like, after my video was published, he just texted me and he was just like, "Hi, thank you, I liked the video and I hope you feel better," because I was really fucking sick during the video of that book too. So that was very, very sweet, and that was very kind of you and very kind of the publishing people of the book to reach out to me, so I'm very thankful. I did make a detailed video talking about the book more in depth. Then I read the infamous I'm Thinking of Ending thing with things which I needed to make a full video talking about the book because it was so much, and I still want to make another video talking more about the book because it was just, it kept giving psychological shit, and it took me like to the end, right the end of the book, and then going back to read the book again immediately after I finished it to like have a small idea of what the fuck I was reading. I really, really enjoyed it. If you started reading the book and you are a little bit bored with it, please give it a chance. I am begging you. Then I buddy read Leo Tolstoy, The Death of Ivan Ilyich, and yeah, I read this with a buddy of mine. Hello, Joshua. And that's it. We just buddy read it. I really liked it. I need to read it again and maybe 17 more times to, not to have an opinion, because I do have an opinion, but to just digest everything that happened. The one thing I came out of the book experience with is the man's desperate hold on his own demise. That was relatable in a weird way. It's not a good idea to be relatable to a Russian literature book. It's not a good idea. It's the worst idea. If you read a Russian literature book, especially a Tolstoy or a Dostoevsky book, and then you're like, oh my god, that's so me, what the fuck? Then go get help. I'm serious right now. Then I read the mystery, The Body in the Library by Agatha Christie, and I ended up trying to solve the mystery, and I had a lot of fun. I think before this one and Then There Were None was my favorite Agatha Christie. And then Lord Edward was so and so. But then this one is my favorite now. I really liked it. Did I solve it? Yes, I did. Not 100%, but I did find who did it because I'm a deduction queen, okay? I'm a very prescient person. I pride myself in being a prescient person. I'm not someone that will sit and tell you, oh my god, I'm so good at this and that and blah, blah, blah. So when I do say I'm good at something, I really am good at something. I think that I'm good at solving shit and stuff because, you know, borderline personality disorder and stuff. BPD queen, paranoid queen over here. So I have fun solving Agatha Christie murders and I want to do another one soon. I want to do another one when it's a little bit colder because it's not like a reading for relaxation kind of thing when I'm solving Agatha Christie murder. I go in and out and research and this and I don't sleep and stuff like that because I take the case very fucking seriously and whatever. So soon. Then I read Chunked? Oh my god. The author's name is Chuck. The book's name is Haunted. I was gonna say Chunked. What the fuck, Marie? What the fuck, baby? So, this book. I'm very disappointed. It was very cringe. It was very immature. And I don't know how they managed to make stories like that. We had literally a child being sucked, like their intestines being sucked through a pool drainage hole thingy, you know? The ones that feel real good. Pretend I didn't say that. And it was still immature and I didn't like it. Like I gave it a chance and then at 50% I was like, oh no, I don't like this. And I don't like the NFM books because it feels incomplete. Like I don't feel fair whenever I look at my list of read books on my Goodreads and one of them is the NEDJMA, so I fucking finished it, but I did not like it. It was just a disappointment, that's all. Then I read an introduction to coping with childhood trauma by Helen Kennerly. This one I love. This is a 5-star. This was amazing. I've read this one twice, I think, before, but I was always fucking unstable to read it. This was, even like the person, hello Penny, they gave me the book, told me don't read this when you're like in a state. Don't read this when you're in a terrible mental state. And I tried, but then this is literally the first time since I got the fucking book, and it's been years that I am in a normal state that allows me to read the book without getting fucking traumatized all over again, because it deals a lot with childhood trauma, and your girl had some fucking childhood trauma happen to her. So I just read it and I loved it, and I thought it was incredible as not only for someone that struggles with childhood trauma, but even for like you gift it for someone to understand your struggles and why you would do something like that. I thought it was really, really cool and very easy and very readable. Really okay. Wow. I really enjoyed the book, and I would recommend it to people struggling with stuff like that, or to people trying to understand, or if you have a loved one, someone that you care about and is struggling with mental struggles and dealing with childhood trauma and now developed a certain personality or certain traits because of stuff that happened to them in their childhood. Read this book and books like it, because you will understand more of our behaviors, why we would say things, why we would behave in certain ways, why we would do certain things. Instead of villainizing us, you would understand where it comes from. Then I read The Book Thief, made an entire video about it because it's such a beautiful fucking book. I loved The Book Thief. Goddamn fucking bitch. Okay, I'm a calm person. It's just like my light is like driving me insane. It's a DIY, so it is what it is. Anyways, yeah, The Book Thief. Love the book. 5 stars, 4.5 stars, almost 5 stars, but it's perfect. It's just like personal stuff. And that's why it's not a 5. Nothing against the book, it's just me. It's beautiful, the characters are beautiful, the writing is incredible, the story progression is incredible, everything is perfectly in place. It's very real, it's very heartbreaking, and it's one of the better, not retellings, what do you call these? Historical retellings of Nazi Germany. I really enjoyed it. It's hyped for a reason. It's loved for a reason. Then I read one of your recommendations. So this is I always fuck up the name, The Sixth Death of the Saint. I loved this. Loved this. I loved this one. It has a lot to it. You can read it and take a certain idea like I did and read it again, which I'm planning to soon because, you know, October. I love fucking October. I cannot fucking wait for October. I have so many fucking book racks. I have so many books on my TBR just for October, and I cannot fucking wait. So yeah, I want to read this again in October. I love this. I love how it was written. It's very unique. It's unique in a unique way. It's not even unique in like a subversive way or like in a grimy way. It's just unique in a unique way. The writing is unique, the storytelling is unique, the POV is unique, and I loved it a lot. Then I read another one of your recommendations. Hello, Drew. My wand gone by. Ouch. I hit my finger. My War Gone By, I Miss It So by Anthony Lloyd. This is a true story about a dude's time in Bosnia, in the war of Bosnia. I really liked it. Again, planning to read it again. I need to read it again because when I read it, even though I liked it and it distracted me from my physical ailments, but I was sick when I read it. And I don't do summer, I'm sorry. I can't, like, I don't have time in summer to read books and give them what they merit because I'm sick all throughout summer. Like, I have a few days where I'm feeling better, but not actually okay. Just feeling slightly better. I'm sick all throughout summer. Allergies all throughout summer. So I'm very sorry, but I loved it. I think for me to read an actual non-fiction, I really fucked up my finger. For me to read a non-fiction book about goddamn war, something that actually happened, a journalism book about war, and to like it and to give it 4 stars. I read about the Fae, okay? I read about people fucking dead people. I read about wings and queens and dragons, okay? It's a lot for me to give this one 4 stars, so. Speaking of dead people, Dead Inside, I would like to talk more about this book in its own separate videos. I'm planning to read more books to create a video of recommendations of certain types of books, okay? Because people like certain type of things, and I'm not here to judge. I'm here to like give recs and stuff. But this is Dead Inside by Chandler Morrison. It's about necrophilia. I don't want to talk about it. I liked it. Don't judge me. Don't tell me why you liked it. I liked it. It was entertaining. This is all. Was it cringe? Yes, it was fucking cringe sometimes. Was it anger-inducing sometimes? Yeah. But is there something wrong with me? Yeah. Am I discovering stuff about myself? Maybe. No, stop it. No. It was very entertaining. That is all. It was just entertaining. I liked it. I liked how entertaining it was. I'm fucking blushing. Okay. Then I read Dear Laura by Gemma Amour. I love your name. I love it so much. To have amour in your name is... I love it so much. J'adore. C'est trop beau. It's very pretty. Yeah, I really liked it. This follows a lady who gets a letter from someone who ends up stalking her for fucking 40 years. And I like it so much. I love the progression of the story. I love how we go from literally being kids to in our 40s without feeling, I don't know if this makes sense, but without feeling, oh, fuck. Without feeling like this is this huge long story. It's something so easy to read and so entertaining. It's very messed up at times, but you know. By the way, Dead Inside and Dear Laura were August. So we're done with July. So this is August now. Dead Inside and Dear Laura were August. And then I read Holding Up the Universe by Jennifer Niven. Very disappointed. Already the haul it. It's not even in my collection anymore. And I'm happy about the haul in it. Gave it away to someone very young. Dude that will really enjoy it and like it. And maybe it will build up their self-confidence. For a 13-year-old, it will work. Someone else, for me at least, it just didn't. It just did not. Yeah, that I'm a little bit disappointed, a little bit, you know, not for me. That's it. This is just not for me. It's not a bad book. It's just not for me. It's very cringe-worthy. The characters didn't really have anything to them except the obvious things. It's just following 2 people. One has prosopagnosia, which is face blindness, which should have been a very interesting subject and an interesting thing to read about and to learn about. And it was, but it was blinded. Get it? Blinded because he has face blind. Oh my god. The interestingness of the subject itself was disintegrated because that's all there was to him. The other POV of, what's her fucking name? I already forgot her name. Bibs, yeah, Biba. Yeah, Biba, haha, that's the other POV. Bibs, that has clinical obesity, and that's all she is. That's all they are. Obese and face blindness. That's all to them. Like, that's all. And whenever the author tried to give them more, it just didn't feel like that's who they are. It just felt like the author trying to give them more. Then I read Hide by Christian White. Yes, I loved this one so freaking much. It was so entertaining, it was so amusing, it was so good. The biggest negative is that there were so many POVs that you don't really get the time to build them up, but I didn't mind that so much because the plot is so freaking good, especially by the end. So it follows a bunch of people, 14 people that are like, you know, not living good, and people that aren't in the best positions, people who are in desperate need of money, and they gather them all up and send them into an amusement park, and winner would get $50,000, and the play is hide and seek. So each day they would hide until the night, and then two people get off every day. Not get off like that, just like two people are off for the game, you know. But by the end, we realized, not even by the end, just like a little bit of the middle, we realized that it's something so much bigger, so much huger than just a simple game of hide and seek, and I really, really liked it. Then I read Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros because I wanted to. I was very disappointed. I liked it by the end. It's like gotten better by the end, but all throughout the book, I was very disappointed. It's nothing new. It's nothing we haven't seen before. It's literally every cliche put into the book. And then your dumbass girl read the Hopeless series because I thought I read the series, but it's not a series, it's actually a duology, because I'm fucking impatient and I get an idea and I just put the phone down and start fucking doing it. Which is what happened with, Hopeless. I just thought the Hopeless and Losing Hope were these two, were the only ones in the series, but we have All You're Perfect, we have the novellas, and I just read all of them. Really liked them. Read Finding Cinderella, All You're Perfect, and Finding Perfect. Liked all of them. Finding Perfect was super cool, like almost 5 stars. I really, really liked them. Read the entire series, you will not regret it. Then I read the 6th installment of Attack on Titan. I am working my way through the entire manga. It's a 5 stars. This is my review, and this is what I think. I don't care. This entire universe is a 10, and I love it so much, and I'm obsessed with everything. We love everything big in this household, so Titans get a file. I read Suicide Notes by Michael Thomas Ford. Liked it. I don't really remember what I felt about it that much. It's basically the plot of, it's kind of a funny story, which I watched the movie, but I haven't read the book, and I'm gonna read it soon. But it's literally just the plot. The ending is just a little bit different, but it's the exact same plot. If you've watched the movie, I'm gonna read you my review because it's better to read you what I thought about the book exactly after I finished it and not now. So I gave it 2.5 stars. Said this is the exact plot of, it's kind of a funny story with a different ending. I still enjoyed it though. I found that it romanticized being a psych ward a little bit. After spending time in 2 psych wards, wow, back to back. True story. It's really not as sappy as they made it. It was surprisingly funny and not in a cringe way. It's a little sophomoric for my taste, but then again, the MC is 15 years old, so it ought to be immature. I enjoyed the ending part a lot and thought the little twist was well placed. However, I think it would have been better had the MC been a bit older. It was actually very relatable. The writing is very easy and shallow, but still well done, and only gotten better by the end. It's a short story about a 15-year-old 45 days in a psych ward and attempting to end his life, and it gives you exactly what it promises. There you go. It gives you what it promises. The ending was cool. I prefer it to a kind of funny story. I don't really mean to keep comparing them, but it's literally the exact same plot. And yeah, that's another negative that I forgot about until I read now my review. I've been in 2 psych wards for, you know. Yeah, it romanticized being in a psych ward way too much. Not even a little bit, way too much. It's not like that. It's not all sappy and hyper and cool and oh my god, we're gonna draw now and make houses out of clay. Yay! It's not like that. It's a terrible time and a terrible place, and most of the time you don't even fucking know what's happening. That was my experience in the first psych ward. I don't remember shit because you're drugged all the goddamn time. Like, you are high all the time. So yeah, that's a huge negative actually. But other than that, it's okay. I would recommend it, yeah. The last book that I finished August with was The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. I really liked it, ended up making a video. This is the video, and would recommend it. Really, really fervently enjoyed it. It was very amusing. Wasn't the best mystery book that I've ever read in my entire life. No, but it was really good. It was very amusing, and I really liked it. It pulled a sneaky on me, you know? And you know, mystery books don't usually pull a sneaky on me because I'm like the smartest person I know. Get it? Because I only know myself. That's it though. Those are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 21. I'm proud of myself because I'm mentally unstable and I read 21 books in 2 months, which is a lot. So these are the 20 books that I've read in summer, which is July and August. Okay, that's it. That's what I thought about them. And that's the wrap up. I'll see you next video. Goodbye.